Hi guys, for those of you that are new to following me, then welcome. For those of you that already follow me on Instagram and have followed me over to YouTube, welcome back. This is a monthly reading for the sun, the moon, and the ascendant sign, which is also known as the rising sign of Cancer. Please note that the energies are interchangeable, they are not gender specific. Please take the message how it resonates and discard the rest. Alternatively, you can look at the other positions and placements within your chart and check out the other videos that I'm doing in the other zodiac signs. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can email me at moonbutterflytarot@gmail.com. Alternatively, you can direct message me on Instagram and you can find a list of the services that I offer under the highlights section of my page. Now, it is extremely important that I emphasize I am not an astrologist. However, as a tarot reader, I understand that both astrology and numerology play a significant role in being able to interpret the thoughts, the emotions, and the behaviors of us collectively. So I like to use astrology as much as I possibly can to give greater depth and clarity within my readings. So, I am going to be talking about some of the astrological aspects that are going to be particularly affecting Cancerians in the month of May. So, the first particular event is when Venus squares Neptune on the 3rd of May and then again on the 20th. Then we have a full moon in Scorpio on the 7th of May. We have a Venus retrograde on the 13th of May, and then we'll be closing out the month with Mercury moving into the sign of Cancer on the 28th of May. So I am going to talk a little bit about what we can expect from some of those astrological aspects. So I want to start off with the full moon in Scorpio. The full moon in Scorpio is on May the 7th. Now, 7 in numerology is all about using your intuition. It's about wisdom. It's about understanding. It's about connecting to your higher self. A full moon generally are symbolic of releasing things and introspection. And because of the fact that this full moon is falling in the sign of Scorpio, the the energies that are going to be around this particular full moon are going to be amplified even more because of the fact that Scorpio is a water sign. So the water equals emotions. So this is going to be a time of sensitivity, particularly for those that are Scorpios, those that are Pisceans, and those that are Cancerians, because that water energy is amplified. Now, Scorpio in tarot is represented by the Death card, and that is symbolic of Pluto energy. Now, Pluto is the ruling planet of Scorpio, and it symbolic of change and transformation. So when we see this, we know that there is going to be a period of time in which there will be endings and also beginnings. With the fact that Scorpio as a zodiac sign is one that is intuitive, one that is very straightforward and doesn't mince their words, and one that is also secretive, what I'm predicting is that this particular full moon in Scorpio is going to heighten intuition, amplify emotions that anyone is feeling at this particular time. It's going to be a big focus on self assessment and reflection. There's going to be a removal of people, places, and things that are no longer serving us well in order to move forward. But I also feel that there's going to be a massive light sort of illuminating over any areas of life that are hidden. So this is where you're going to be reestablishing boundaries. You're going to sort of be removing any kind of limits and sort of getting rid of or eradicating any fears. So it's really, really transformative energy on a physical level, on an emotional level, and also on a spiritual level. The next sort of astrological aspect that I believe that's going to have quite a serious effect on everyone is when Venus goes retrograde on the 13th of May. Now, Venus is the planet that rules and governs beauty and love and health and money. And Venus will be going retrograde in the 8th house. Now, the 8th house is the house that is about making significant change and transformation. And this is the house that is also governed by the sign of Scorpio. So, what we're going to be seeing is, because of the fact that Venus is going to be appearing like it is moving backwards, because that's what retrograde is, in the sign of Scorpio, this is going to mean that you need to be quite mindful of what is happening within your love life and within your financial sector, because this is where we may expect to see significant changes. So there may be somebody, for some of you, that you are currently dating. Now might not be that time for you to sort of solidify your union. It's not really good to start relationships during a Venus retrograde. And what we usually see during a Venus retrograde is sometimes relationships ending or exes returning. So you need to be quite mindful of that. In addition, because of the fact that Venus also governs money, this may be a time in which you need to be very careful about your spending. Maybe become a little bit more frugal with your spending, and also sort of managing your money a little bit more closely, maybe putting it under closer scrutiny to see what is going on with your money. Because the fact that Venus goes retrograde in the 8th house ruled by Scorpio is indicative that there may be some kind of revelation or secret that is revealed at this time. So it's going to highlight any particular illusion, over your relationships and also over your money. The next most important astrological aspect that's going to be affecting Cancer is the fact that Venus goes square with Neptune on both the 3rd of May and also again on the 20th of May. Now, the square in astrology represents that there's going to be some form of challenge or obstacle or resistance or clash. And the fact that Venus is squaring with Neptune represents the planet of dreams. It's the unseen, the hidden, the subconscious, the intuitive planet. So as Neptune's in the 5th house of passion and fun and creativity, which does actually have some bearing with regards to romance as well sometimes, there may be some significant sort of issues within finance and relationship again. So there's another warning that you need to sort of be very aware of what is going on around you within your financial life and also with your romantic life. And there's a massive emphasis on listening to your intuition because of the fact that this happens, and the planet of Neptune governs intuition as well. So it's quite interesting. And we've got that extra sort of sensitivity with this particular astrological aspect simply because of the fact that Neptune is actually the ruling planet that governs Pisces, which is another water sign that is the sister sign of Cancer. So Mercury in Cancer is the last astrological sort of aspect that may affect Cancer, and it's something that I will talk about probably in another video, because a few days after Mercury goes into Cancer, it then goes retrograde on, I believe, June the 2nd. So it's going to be quite an interesting time. So I'll save all of that for another video. So without further hesitation, let's begin. So I've already meditated and I've already shuffled the oracle messages. So I will be starting off with looking at the Numinous Astro deck, which is the main deck that I'm going to be using for the reading, as well as confirming using my favorite tarot deck, which is the Tarot Made Easy by Barbara Moore. And I'll be closing out the reading with messages from the Angels of Abundance. So let's see the bottom of the deck energy. So we've got Neptune. Neptune, again, the planet of dreams. So it's talking about imagination, memories, the subconscious, self sacrifice, ideals, universal love, visions, meditation, spirituality, compassion, empathy, fantasies, escapism, the ether, enchantment, confusion, veils, and magic. This is telling me that not only does it confirm sort of the astrological aspects that are going to be affecting your sign Cancer, but this also tells me that at this particular time your intuition is going to be heightened. There is going to be some sort of, I believe, truth that is going to be unveiled, because we've got a veil here. So Neptune is going to allow you to be able to see beneath the veil and uncover any kind of deception. I do feel that there may be some confusion because of the fact that we know that with Venus squaring Neptune, that this is going to pose some form of challenges, whether this be in a financial sense or whether this be with regards to relationships. So what we will do now is we will look at the main oracle messages. So we have North Node, Destiny. We have Queen Cups, Complexity. We have Aries, the Radical. And finally, we have Trine, Flow. So we're going to talk about what these oracle messages actually mean. Now, just at a glance at looking at these particular cards, the message that I'm getting is that you're going to be moving towards what it is that your divine life path or your divine life purpose is. These particular astrological aspects are forcing you to come out of a position of stagnancy. They're forcing you to move forward and to develop in order to be able to continue on your journey and in order to be in alignment with your divine life path and your divine life purpose. So understand that everything that you're going to be experiencing in the month of May is going to be for your greatest good, even though it may feel uncomfortable at times. So notice how we've got soul school, learning curve, fulfillment, purpose, maturing, experience, fruition, North Star, process, development, practice, path, beacon, blossoming, becoming, integrity, and journey. So these are all talking about forward movement, growth, and expansion within your life. Beautiful. The next card that we've got is complexity. Now, for me, this is talking about the fact that there is going to be, I feel like it sort of confirms the bottom of the deck energy that we saw in Neptune of confusion. So I feel like there is going to be some form of confusion. There's going to be some form of complexity that is going to be surrounding, for some of you, around your finances. For others of you, this may be around your romantic relationships. So you need to be very mindful and aware of what's going on. And with the energy of Neptune, connect to your intuitive self, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities, pay attention to your intuition, because it's going to help you to navigate through this time. So there may be some sort of situation that's going to definitely result in clashes. So there may be arguments, there may be conflict, there may be some form of confusion. There's definitely going to be some kind of miscommunication, because we've got requires translation here. And there's definitely going to be a significant change that's going to happen or that's going to arise out of these complexities, simply because of the fact that this is a time in which significant change and transformation is occurring because of the full moon in Scorpio energy and because of the fact that Venus will be going retrograde in the sign of Scorpio. And that's all about change and transformation. The next card that we've got is Aries, and it says the Radical. For me, the way I'm seeing this is that you're being told that you're going to be making significant changes in order to move towards your divine life purpose and path. So this is going to be a moment of significant growth. Even though it's going to be quite a challenging time, you still need to be bold. You need to be brave. You need to be courageous. You need to be courageous and you need to be fierce, and you need to understand that it may be uncomfortable, it may hurt, but you're going to be moving towards things that you're passionate about and that is fulfilling, and things that fulfill your heart's desire, because Aries is a fire sign, and Aries is all about sort of taking action, forward movement. It's about authority, it's about order, it's about control. So things within your life will change significantly. And in tarot, this is represented by the Emperor, and that is the fourth card in the major arcana. And obviously the fourth house is ruled by Cancer, so it's all to do with your home environment and your family, and also sort of things that govern your stability. So this is amazing. You're going to be experiencing some complexity, but it's going to put you in alignment with what it is that you're supposed to be doing, what you feel passionate about. So this is amazing. We've got Trine, and it says flow. Now, I feel like the reason why this card has come up is because of the fact that Cancerians can be quite emotional. And I feel like in the fact that you're going to be experiencing, how I'm seeing these two cards, as uncomfortable growth and development, that's going to lead towards you moving towards your passion, your purpose, things that make your heart sing. You're being told to go with the flow, allow things to happen, be like the water. So this is talking about harmony, aids, enriches, benefits, energizes, enjoys, eases, lubricates, gifts, rhymes, supports, indulges. Go with the flow, allow things to happen in the way that they're supposed to, because it is going to give you a significant amount of emotional growth. I would also say spiritual growth, and it's going to put you where it is that you're going to want to be. Whatever it is that you feel passionate about is what you're going to be rewarded with, because we're told in this card that there's going to be a gift at the end. So there is not going to be all of that pain without some form of reward or pleasure. So this is beautiful. I'm going to pull some tarot cards just to confirm some of those energies. So I think I'm going to confirm the North Node. So the card that we have is the Six of Swords. Beautiful. This is all about, the six represents conflict. It can represent harmony, but in this case, it represents harmony. Swords is air energy. So we're talking about Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. And the Six of Swords is symbolic of after experiencing a time of conflict, moving into calmer waters. So this indicates travel. It represents forward movement, but you're also being sort of subtly told to listen to your intuition at this particular time. Let go. The full moon is here. So that's about releasing. It's about letting go, and in order to sort of embrace new. So this is beautiful. I am going to confirm Quincunx, complexity. That came out very quickly. So there's going to be issues surrounding your finances, because the King of Pentacles has just come out. Pentacles is earth energy, so we're talking about Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. It came out on the sideways, so that it's not necessarily that your finances are going to be in bad shape. It just means that there may be some complexities around your finance. So for some of you, it might mean that there's a delay in possibly receiving some sort of compensation if you're a small to medium business and you've applied for some sort of grant or sustenance because of the lockdown. That's what I'm envisaging from this particular situation, that there's going to be complexities or possibly a slight delay in receiving some form of money for some of you. I'm now going to confirm Aries. So the card that we have is the Page of Cups, and it is in the reverse. So we'll talk about what that means. So the page energies represent something that is new, something that is immature, something still in its infancy stage, something that requires development. And the cups energy is water energy. So we're talking about Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio. Now, in the upright position, the Page of Cups symbolizes somebody who's coming in with an offer, somebody who is returning possibly with an apology, but there is some form of offer that's being presented here. Now, this could be an offer of love, and the way I'm reading it is as an offer of love because of the fact that Cups energy represents emotions. So in the reverse position, this could mean that any kind of offer that's made towards you in a romantic sense, you may be declining at this time in order to sort of pursue what it is that your heart desires. So some of you may not necessarily be wanting to be open to this particular offer. And the way I'm actually seeing this is because the Page of Cups can also symbolize an ex returning, and we've also got the Venus retrograde energy, which is one of the times in which an ex may return. So how I'm seeing this is an ex is coming back to apologize and to rekindle romance, but you're not interested because you're focused on pursuing your dreams, your goals, and your passions. The next card that I'm going to confirm is the Trine card. And the card that has come out is Ten of Cups. So this is a sign to let you know that when you go with the flow, everything's going to be okay. You're going to be rewarded. This represents the 10 in numerology represents coming towards the end of a cycle. And when I'm seeing this, the Cups energy represents complete emotional fulfillment and balance within all 7 chakras. So this is spiritual and emotional balance. This represents harmony within the home. This represents stability within the home. This represents emotional completion. So this is beautiful energy. So it's almost like you're being told to sort of be patient, allow things to unfold in the way that they're supposed to unfold, because things are going to work out towards the end. You just have to be patient and realize the bigger picture by connecting to your intuition. So I'm going to look at the bottom of the deck energy, and we have the 10 of Swords. So we've got 2 10s on the table here. We've got the 10 of Swords and we've got the 10 of Cups. So this represents the end of something in which you feel hurt or possibly betrayed, or possibly the end of sort of self-deprecating or negative thoughts. And possibly for some of you, this could represent a separation or a divorce. But this is the promise. This is what you're going to be getting overall. So there's an end of a cycle closing out, and there's a whole new cycle beginning for you, which is going to give you emotional fulfillment. This is beautiful energy. So I'm going to pull from the Angels of Abundance Oracle to close out your reading. Okay, so let's see what messages we have to close out your reading. So we've got 2 cards. We've got Gratitude List. We've got Organize for Success. I'm going to pull 2 more cards. We have Release Resentments About Money. 1 more card. And we have Declutter. Okay, so this is beautiful. Let me see what's the bottom of the deck. Bottom of the deck, we've got Do the Work. So let's get into this. The gratitude list, this for me is talking about the fact that you need to start understanding that despite the fact that you may be experiencing challenges throughout the month of May, you are in a blessed position. Some of you that are watching this video, that means that you're at home. You're probably quarantining at the moment. Some of you still have your jobs. Some of you still have the privilege of being able to work at home. Some of you still have food that's being that's being made available to you, that's on the table. So even though things may be a struggle emotionally, understand that you're still in a really blessed position. Give thanks for what it is that you do have. Don't take what you do have for granted. Have a gratitude list. At least start off your day with 3 things that you're grateful for and that you're happy about, and count your blessings. As the card says, count your blessings, because there is a lot to be happy for, and understand that these changes, albeit uncomfortable, are going to lead you to the emotional fulfillment. It's going to lead you to what it is that your heart truly wants. The next card that we've got is Organized for Success, and it's talking about knowing that you're preparing for something great. And in preparing for something great, what do you have to do? You have to declutter. You have to let go. So this is decluttering your personal effects. So anything physical that's in your space that's not actually serving any purpose, get rid of it. Declutter in an energetic sense. So detoxing from certain people that may not necessarily be for you. Decluttering in an emotional sense, allowing yourself to release and feel whatever it is that you're feeling. And decluttering spiritually, allowing yourself to be able to rid yourself of any negative or self-deprecating thoughts, and grounding yourself and connecting with source so that you can receive these intuitive downloads that are going to be coming towards you, guiding you towards your heart's desire. And the final card is, it says release resentments about money. Now, some of you are going through a lot of situations financially, and I understand that it may be quite scary, especially if you've got dependents and a family that you are responsible for. But at the end of the day, you can't focus your attentions on money. There may be a delay in something that you're supposed to receive, but just be prepared for it. Don't be angry about it. Just be prepared for it, and understand that money isn't the key to all happiness. It helps to make your life comfortable, don't get me wrong, but understand that no matter what, you will always survive, and no matter what, you will always be successful. There's blessings ahead for you. This is a tough time financially. It means that you're going to have to reorganize your money. It means that you might have to be a bit more frugal. It means that you won't be able to have the lifestyle you was living before. You might not be able to buy those fancy shoes. You might not be able to buy that expensive bottle of Courvoisier. But in making certain sacrifices to make your finances and your life clearer in order to create space for these blessings, it's worth the sacrifice. So don't be too hung up on things, and understand that things will change and things are going to get better. So I hope that this has helped. I hope that this has resonated, and I will see you very soon. Have a lovely month, Cancer. Take care. Bye.